All right. Well, good morning, everybody. Welcome back. We've got a big crowd on Zoom, a smaller crowd in person, but it's always lovely to see everybody. This chilly morning, we'll go ahead and warm our bodies up. So let's do some circles with the shoulders. I hope that all of you had a happy holiday.
Yeah, part of my holiday blew up.
Oh, something about families together, right?
Well, one of the great grandsons got a bad cold.
Go the other way.
And the other mother got a bad cold. So we weren't able to go to church.
Oh, that's too bad.
Yeah, I was really looking forward to
Yeah,
it.
you were. All right, let's take one arm. We'll do big circles. That's too bad. We have Adrian joining us. Haven't seen Adrian in a while. Good morning.
So we had 3 family gatherings, but church was not
Included. And let's change direction. All right, we'll let this hand rest. Let's do the other side. If you need to adjust in your chair so you can get a nice full circle, go ahead and do so. Our goal right now is to really loosen up that shoulder area. And let's switch direction. I can feel my shoulder popping. Oh, tow truck's coming with the back.
Oh, somebody's coming with a record.
Yeah.
Whose car is stolen?
I don't know. I saw them getting the license plate this morning. So, all right, and go ahead and rest those hands on your knees. Let's go ahead and warm up the neck. And I'm going to go ahead and keep my shoulders facing forward. And I'm going to look to the right and to the left. And as you do so, take that gaze and just extend the gaze a little bit behind you so you feel the muscles around your eyes engaged.
This is a good place to hide a stolen car.
That's what I was thinking. And let's do both sides one more time. And bring your head back forward. And let's look up and down. As you look up, extend that chin out so you feel that stretch all the way down the neck. And go down. And let's do one more time, up and down. And bring the head back to center. Nice, good job. Hopefully you feel this area is starting to open up a bit. We'll do some side bends. So go ahead and hang on to the chair to make sure your body is nice and secure. Bring the opposite arm up and let's lean over. And push your hip down as you open up this rib area here. And let's switch sides. So this hand secures myself. Opposite arm comes up and you lean over. And come back. Let's go ahead and grab that chair. Opposite arm comes up. Let's lean over. Take that palm, push it up towards the ceiling. And as you push that palm up, push your hip down. And let's switch to the other side. Nice bend first, and then turn that palm reaching up towards the ceiling. And back down. Nice. All right. Let's go ahead and continue warming up the spine. I'm going to put my hands on my knees, pull my body forward and look up. And then I push back, curling the spine, looking down. Really visualize that spine moving like a snake, nice and smooth. I like to keep my eyes moving during these movements too. Might as well work the muscles around my eyes as I do this. And let's do one more time forward and one more time back. And I'm spending a little bit more time stretching just because it was a chilly morning and our bodies get a little stiff when it's cold. And I'm thinking a lot of you probably did a little more sitting around, talking to family and eating. So, all right. So we're going to continue working on the spine. Lift that rib cage up and we'll do circles. So visualize that rib cage moving around the hips. So those of you in Zoom, we here have this big window that we can see the Bosque, and there was a car abandoned out here, and there's a tow truck here to tow it away. So we have some activity out here. And so it looks like my shoulders are moving, and my shoulders are, but that movement is still initiated from the core here. And let's stop and change direction. And the reason you want the rib cage to move is because our goal is to open up the sides of the body and continue to keep that spine engaged. Let's do one more big circle all the way around and bring your body back to center. Nice. Now let's put our feet flat on the ground. Push those shoulders up, raise them up towards your ear and roll them back and let them drop. This is a nice comfortable position here. All right. From this position, we're going to begin to warm up our legs. And so we're just going to let those feet swing. So now I feel my thighs starting to become engaged, but my knees are doing a lot of this movement. And so you might feel some movement in the knee area, some popping as we release that trapped air. Now let's do some circles. And change direction. And let's point those toes towards me and flex them back towards you. Point, flex, point, flex. And let's do some circles with those feet, warming up the ankles. You mind popping? Go both directions. Nice. And go ahead and rest those feet. Woo, good job. All right. Let's bring those arms out. We're going to warm that body up. Let's do some circles. And I'm going to have you visualize that you've got some heavy kettlebells. So go ahead and grab those kettlebells. Visualize that you've got like some 8-pound kettlebells, one in each hand.
That has to be official.
And let's go a little bigger. You can feel your muscles tense up just with the thought of having 8 pounds in each hand. And let's go even bigger. Still carrying those heavy kettlebells. And we'll stop at the bottom, open up those hands, and let's go back the opposite direction. Notice how light the hands feel now that they're open. You've let go of those heavy kettlebells. And let's go as big as you can. Both arms moving together. One last circle, and go ahead and let those arms rest. Woo, good job. Nice. All right. I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to push one hand up, and this is my right hand. And when I push my right hand, I'm going to lift my left knee. So the opposite leg comes up as that arm rises. And then I switch other side. All right. And let's do 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and down. Nice. So now we're going to match. So I'm going to challenge you because now we're going to switch this movement. As my right hand comes up, my right leg comes up, and then I'm going to do the other side, and we'll do this for 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and rest. Both arms are going to raise up towards the ceiling. As I do, both feet are going to come up and back down. So you may need to adjust in your chair so that you don't fall out as everything comes up towards the ceiling and back down. And we'll do this for 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and down. Nice. All right. I'm going to bring my body back to the edge. I'm going to have my hand on my right hip. I'm going to push it across my body, reaching up towards the ceiling and pulling it back down. And I'm going to do one side for a count of 10. And really visualize that you're reaching up to grab something and pulling it down so you feel these muscles in your abs engaged. And let's do this for 10. 1, pull it down. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Let's switch and do the other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right. So we're going to do the same move, only now we're going to engage our legs. So as I reach across, that same leg is going to reach out, and then I'm going to pull them back together. And we'll do this side for a count of 8. 1, pull it back together. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Let's do the other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Nice. All right. So our last set is going to be a count of 6, and we're going to alternate. So we're going to do 1, and then we're going to go to the other side 2. All right. So it's a little more challenging because we're switching back and forth. And let's do 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and back. All right. Whew, good job. You should feel a little bit of movement in this core right here. Nice. All right.
Just a little.
Just a little. Okay, so I'm really working on warming that body up before we get started. I'm going to have my hands and fists, and they're close to my body. I'm going to shoot them out, and my hands are going to open up, and I'm going to pull them back in. And let's just do this for 10. 1, pull it back. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and back. All right, so we're going to engage the legs now. This is going to be a count of 8. So as I shoot out, those legs shoot out and pull it all back. And again, feel all that energy going back into the core. We were working the side muscles. Now we're going to work this core. And let's do this for 8. 1, pull it back. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and back. Nice. All right. One last move. This is going to be for a count of 6. And I'm going to shoot my arms straight out, hands open up. As I do so, feet raise up. Pull it back in. Shoot it out. Pull it back in. We'll do this for 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and back. All right. Whew, take a deep breath. That was a lot of movement. I wanted to get that cardio up, get that blood circulating. Let's go ahead and find our weights. For those of you at home, you can use weights if you have them. You can use water bottles, cans of food, or you can do this without weights, however it feels comfortable for you. Feet flat on the ground. Make sure you have a nice strong connection. I'm going to start with our bicep curl. So I've got one weight in each hand. Palms are facing you. So your palms are facing me. I'm going to curl up, tapping the shoulders and back down. We'll do this for 10. 1, 2, not too fast, slow it down. 3, a little bit more challenging. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right. Drop your elbows to your knees. We're going to do that same move, curling up, tapping the shoulders back down, but now we're leaning forward. Let's do this for 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And bring those hands back to rest on the knees. Feel a little bit different just by leaning forward, right? All right. This time is going to be a count of 8. So we're going to curl up, tap those shoulders back down. Let's do 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Elbows to the knees. Let's do 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And bring those hands back up to the knees. Last set. This is 6. 1, 2, 3. Abdomen is tight. 4, 5, 6. And back. Elbows to knees. Last set. Let's do 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And bring those hands up. Go ahead and take a breath here. Check in with those shoulders. Make sure they're not rising up. Remember that move. Take them up to the shoulders and roll them back. They should be resting gently. Back is straight. Tuck those hips back. Tuck the abdomen as if the belly button is trying to touch the back of the spine. Let's take those palms, face them towards each other. Same bicep curl, only now our palms are facing inwards. Let's do 10. 1. Push down. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Whew. Let's do a rep of 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right, last one. Let's do 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Nice. Take those weights and put them up by your shoulders. And so from this position, I can push them straight up towards the ceiling. What I'm going to do is I'm going to push one out to the wall and one up. So I'm going to push one out, one up. So I kind of look like, depending on which angle you see me, I'm an L, right? And then come back. And then I'm going to push the other way and come back. This is a little challenging for the bicep holding it out there. So you may need to adjust the weight, or maybe you don't want to use weights during this one. We'll do this for 10. 1, back. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And take a breath. Weights are still held right here by the shoulders. Let's do this for a count of 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And take a breath. All right, last one. Let's do 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And go ahead and set those weights down. Shake those arms out. Good job. Nice. That one was a little tougher. Let's take those weights and rest them on the side. My palms are facing each other and they're nice and relaxed, just hanging at the side, each side of me on the right and to the left. We're going to lift these weights up into airplane position and back down. And let's lift up for 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and take a breath. On this move, you might find your shoulders wanting to creep up. Make sure they're staying nice and relaxed. Hands are back at the side here. Let's lift up for 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and take a breath. All right, last rep, let's do 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and good job, nice. All right, let's bring those weights back up to our shoulders. We're going to engage our feet now. So we've been working the arms for a bit. I'm going to lift my right hand up towards the ceiling. As I do, right knee is going to lift up and pull it back down. And then I'm going to do the other side. So it's almost as if I'm marching. And let's do this for 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and take a breath. All right, let's bring those weights up. We're going to do the opposite now. So I'm going to raise my right hand. As I do, my left leg's going to come up, and then I'm going to alternate, and we'll do this for 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and take a breath. All right. Both legs are going to lift up, so you may need to adjust yourself in the chair so that both legs can lift up as both hands push up towards the ceiling and back down. And we'll do this for a count of 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, go ahead and set those weights down, shake those arms out, take a little bit of a breath here. Check in to see how you're feeling. Make sure there's no tightness or tension creeping in. Breathe into those spaces. You need to twist the neck, move the shoulders, whatever you need to do to loosen up those spots. So we're going to bring our weights up into scarecrow position here. This is going to be a little bit tougher. I want you to try it to see how it feels. We're going to lower down, raise back up, just like we were doing our bicep curls, only now we're doing it from this scarecrow position. And so this might be a little challenging. Make sure the back is nice and protected by tucking that tailbone in. You can do this without weights. It's just as beneficial. Let's do this for a count of 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, all the way up. And let's go ahead and work out those shoulders. And let's bring those weights back up into scarecrow position here. All right, from here, I'm going to raise my right arm up, lower it back down, left arm up, back down. We'll do this one for 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and take a break. All right, last move in this position. Go back to the scarecrow. This time, both arms going to rise up, back into scarecrow. We'll do this for 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and rest those arms. Whew. Really working the shoulders here today, working those deltoid muscles. Let's go ahead and give our arms a little bit of a break. We'll start to work on our core a bit. And so I want you to go ahead and take those weights, put both of them to one side. So mine are resting to the left of my knee, and I'm going to pull them across to this side. Now we're giving our arms a break, so you want to engage your abs. Use your ab muscles to move them from one side of the knees to the other. Do this for 10. 1, 2. Feel those abs working. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and come back to center. Whew, good job. Let's go ahead and rest those weights by our hips. So now my weights are to the side of my body, but go way back by my hip. I'm going to do that same move. I'm going to move across my body to the other hip, and we'll do this for 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and back to center. I'm going to take my weights and I'm going to visualize there's someone behind me, pass it behind me, bring it back to the center. Pass to the person on the other side, bring it back to the center. So now we're really engaging these back muscles here. And let's do this for a count of 10. 1, pass it behind, pull it back. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right. Let's go ahead and scoot up to the front of the chair and space your legs a little bit. My legs are about even with my legs of my chair. I've got my weights, one at each hand, and I'm just going to let them rest between my legs here. And I'm not leaning forward. My body is still upright, so my arms are just resting wherever they happen to reach. Nice and relaxed, shoulders nice and relaxed. I'm going to take these weights and I'm going to arc them up over my head, tap the shoulder blades, and bring them back down. My back is staying upright the whole time. Let's do this for 10. 1, 2. Use your core. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And take the breath. All right. So now we're going to lean forward. I'm actually going to lean all the way down as far as feels comfortable. Now I'm able to touch the ground. If you're able to touch the ground, you can touch the ground with your weights. You want to go deeper, you can let those weights drop. And so now they're flat. I'm going to bring that body up, same position, tap the shoulders in, back down. You can use your feet to push to help your body up. Or if you just want to use your core, feel these ab muscles engaged and tucked in. Let's do this for 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And go ahead and rest those weights. Deep breath in. Go ahead and work those feet back together. I'm still out on the edge of my chair though. I'm going to continue to work my core and I'm going to start engaging my lower back here. I'm going to put these weights close to my body and lean my body as far forward as feels comfortable. From here, I'm going to lift my body up. Try not to push against your feet. Try to use your lower back, your glutes and your hamstrings to pull that body up. So go ahead and lean forward and let's pull that body up for a count of 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And go ahead and take a rest. I've got one weight in each hand. I'm going to lean my body forward. This time I'm going to let those hands rest next to my legs. So I'm letting my body lean forward. Arms are hanging to my side. I'm going to bring my body up just like I did. And my arms are still going to hang down. But now my weights are further away from my body. And let's lift up for a count of 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Keep those abs tight. 6, 7, 8, and take a breath. Okay, this move looks the same in the beginning. We're going to let those arms drop, only this time as the body comes up, our arms are going to stay anchored in this outward position. So now these arms are going to lift up, and this isn't quite the counterbalance, and so the abs have to stay nice and tight as you bring that body up. And so we're going to lift that body up for a count of 6. So go ahead and start in a downward position. Let's do 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Nice. All right. Let's set one weight down. Set it back far enough where you won't accidentally bump it. And I've got one weight now. I'm going to put my hands on either side. And I'm going to push as if I'm trying to collapse this weight, as if I could push my palms together. Let's go ahead and push. Feel that engagement across the chest. Keep that engagement as you drop those weights down to your knees. So I'm still pushing, trying to collapse this weight between me. As I do so, I'm going to go up and tap one shoulder, back down, tap that other shoulder. The whole time trying to squish those hands together. And let's do 10. 1, 2, squish those hands. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and release. If you need to shake out the wrist, go ahead and shake the wrist out. A lot of pressure on the wrist trying to squish those together. All right. So I still have my weight, one hand on each side. I'm going to have it in front of me, and I'm going to raise one elbow up. This is that move where we let it rotate around us, and we'll do 5 in both directions. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and let's go the other way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Nice. All right. Let's go ahead and set that weight down. Place it in the back area, away from your feet. All right. We worked our arms quite a bit today. We worked a little bit over our core. Let's move down and use our legs now. And so I'm going to hang onto the chair so that I can lift my knee as high as I can. And I'm hanging onto the chair too because it helps me keep my body upright. I have a tendency to want to slouch. And so I'm going to lift my knee as high as I can, put it back down, alternate the other side. So because I have my hands, I want you to lift, really accentuate lifting up as high as you can. And let's do 20 lifts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, and take a breath. Whew, good job. We're going to lift both legs out in front of us and lower back down. And we're going to do this for 10. 1, 2, flex our feet. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Let's hold it out and count to 10. 1, flexors 2, flexors feet 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Keep those legs up. Let's pull them out. Hold them out for 10. 2, 3, 4, flex 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and relax. Woo, nice. Good job. Really feel that on the top of the thigh. Good job. If you need to pat to work that out, nice. That was a lot of work. All right, let's place those fingertips on our shoulders. And we're going to take, I'm going to take my right elbow to my left knee. And I'm going to try to keep my body upright. And so my knee has to lift super high to come to my body. And let's do this for 10. And 10 is going to include both the right and the left. So we'll do 1, both sides. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, take a breath. Whew. All right, so this next move looks similar, but we're going to change it up again. Instead of having my hands on my shoulders, I'm going to put them behind my head. And I'm going to, instead, I'm going to let my body go down. So now I'm going to bring my body down to that knee. That knee's still lifting up, but I'm going to bring my body down just a little bit. So I feel more of a crunch in the center of my body here. So hands behind the head, and let's do this for 10. 1, both sides. 2, curl down. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, both sides. And go ahead and rest. Whew, good work. So we're working the legs, we're also working the core here. I'm going to have you hang onto the chair with both hands. It's going to lift both knees up and lower back down. So you have a couple options here. You could lean back and let the back of the chair carry you. You're still working your core. This is fine. If you want to challenge the core a little bit more, lean back, but do not touch the back of the chair. And those knees lift up and lower back down. And let's lift for 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and take a break. All right, so that was a little challenging to the lower back. So let's go ahead and lean forward just a little bit. Release that tension that might have been triggered with that move. And bring your body back up. Nice, all right. So I'm gonna leave one knee bent. I'm gonna raise one leg up, lift it out, bring it back, and bring it back down. So for those of you on Zoom, I'm gonna lift a knee up, stretch it out, and back down. And we'll do 5, 5, and then we'll do 5, 5. So I'm gonna do 10 on each side, but we'll alternate after 5. So let's do one side for 5. 1, open it up and down. 2, 3, 4, 5. That's about enough, right? You start getting the trolley horse right here. Let's do the other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, back to that first leg. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And second leg. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, let's do both legs together. So if you need to adjust in your chair, you can lean back, let the back carry you, or hang on. Both legs are going to come up, both legs come out, back and down. A little bit more challenging, so adjust accordingly. You can put your arms against the back to help hold you up too. And let's do this for 5. 1, open it up and down. 2, 3, 4, 5, and down. Nice, good job. Whew, all right, really working those legs there. Okay, we're going to move to our mountain climbers. Fingers come back to the shoulders here. I'm going to open one leg up. And I'm going to take this same side. So I'm going to take that knee, raise it up, tap the elbow back down. And let's do this side for 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, let's stretch and do the other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And bring those feet back together, rest those hands. Good job. We're going to take one foot, visualize, maybe there's a dog laying in front of you. For some of you, there might actually be a dog laying in front of you. I'm going to step over that dog and bring that foot back. And let's step over for a count of 10. 1, bring it back. 2, how big is your dog? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Let's do the other side. 1, really working those legs today. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and back. All right, so now we've got 2 dogs. We've got 1 on each side. So both legs are going to move together. So you have to hang on to the chair to keep yourself safe and secure. So both legs are going to raise up over those dogs and come back. Let's do this. Let's do this one for 8. 1, pull it back. 2, pull it back. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And take a breath. Woo, good job. Really working those thighs today. All right. So we've been working the top part of the leg. Let's start working on the bottom of the legs right now. So I'm going to widen my stance just a bit. And I'm at the edge of my chair. I'm going to bring my arms up, reach up. These are cherry pickers. And I'm going to lean over one leg all the way down and push against that foot as you push your body across to the other side. Lift those legs up. So we're engaging the back part of the leg. And do be careful that you don't push so hard that your chair scoots out. We'll do 5 on each side. That was 1. Here is 2. Push against the earth. Push up. 3. 4. 5. Last one this direction. Push, push. Reach up towards the ceiling. Let's go the other leg. 1. Push against the earth. 2. 3. 4. 5. And rest those hands down. Nice, good job. Legs are still nice and wide, still pushing into the earth. Open those arms up. I'm going to take my left hand, go all the way down and tap my right foot. Maybe today you're only going to go down to your knee. That's okay. That energy is still shooting out through the hands. And we're going to alternate each side. We'll do 10. 1. Let's do both sides. 2. 3. 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. 9. Last one. 10. And shoot those arms out and relax. Nice. All right. Okay, my legs are still spaced apart. I want you to go ahead and rest your elbows on those knees. Take those hands and push those legs apart. So I'm rolling up onto the sides of my feet. Drop that belly down the center. You want to feel an opening on the inside of the thighs here. If you're able to, you can rest those hands on the ground. Relax the shoulders, relax the head. And go ahead and bring those elbows back to the knees. push those legs apart. Now, as I'm pushing my legs apart, I want you to try to pull those knees together. So I'm pulling my knees together, but my arms are pushing apart. So I've got this push-pull going, pulling together, pushing apart. So I'm engaging my whole core. My whole core feels nice and strong. I can feel the top part of my arms resisting. I can feel my legs pulling in. Everything's working together, and yet they're working in opposition, pushing and pulling. And go ahead and release. Bring those hands up to your knees. And I've got my right hand on my right knee. I want you to push, and I'm dropping my right shoulder down just to stretch out the side. We really worked our side of our muscles today. So I want you to drop that shoulder down and push that leg out. So I feel a nice stretch in my hip, but I also feel a stretch across the side of my body. And bring that body up. Let's do the other side. So push. Feel your hip and the side of your body open up. And come back up. Nice. Go ahead and bring those knees back together. I'm going to take my left ankle, put it on my right knee, in my nice figure 4 position here. Back is nice and straight. Don't let the back round. We're going to pivot at the hip as we lean forward. Feel a nice opening in the hip joint here. And bring your body upright. From this position, keep your figure 4 with the legs. I'm going to go ahead and grab the back of my chair and look behind me. And come back forward. Let's look the other direction. And come back forward. Let's unbend that knee. Let's do the other side. And your body might look a little different depending on which leg you have up. We're not always symmetrical in our flexibility. But you want to lift that rib cage up. Lean forward at the hips. Don't let the back round, because that's going to pull some tension on the upper back. We're trying to open up the hip in this move. So we're leaning forward, back is straight. Try to relax, breathe in. And bring your body up. Let's do that spinal twist again. Go ahead and grab the back of your chair. And come back forward. Let's twist the other way. And come back forward. Nice. Go ahead and drop that knee. We did a lot of moves today that we're working on this little muscle right here, right? When we were lifting our legs up. So we're going to stretch this muscle right here. And I'm going to do that by having you turn sideways and drop that knee down. All right. So I'm on the toe of my foot that's bent, but I'm going to push that heel back so that leg goes straight. So now I've got that nice stretch across that front of my thigh right here. So push through that heel and push that hip forward. So you feel a nice stretch across the front here. Heel is extending out, that leg is straight, pushing on the hip so the hip is pointed forward. If it feels like you're pretty secure here, you can lift those arms up. It's a nice lunge position here. And bring those hands down. Let's switch and do the other side. So I dropped the knee down to the ground. I'm on the balls of my foot. I'm going to go ahead and push that leg straight. Push that hip forward. So I feel a nice stretch on the front of my leg here. If it feels secure, go ahead and lift those hands up. And lower back down. Nice. All right. Come back. Bring those legs back together. Hopefully you feel a nice stretch across the legs here. Let's go ahead and raise both arms up. My feet are flat in front of me. I'm going to take both hands all the way forward, as far down as I'm able to go. You can touch your knees, your shins, your feet. If you can go down to the ground, go ahead and let the shoulders soften, let the head soften. We're going to bring our bodies up. As you do so, bring those arms up, bringing in air. And let's go forward one more time. Exhaling out, creating space for the fold. And draw those arms up, draw that breath in. And let's bring those arms back into those cactus positions here. From here, I want you to take those shoulder blades and try to touch them. So I'm pulling my shoulders back and I'm pulling my elbows back. Try to touch those shoulder blades together. And now let's visualize that we have a big ball in front of us. And we're going to squish that ball. And we're going to open again, touching the shoulder blades. Squish that ball. Open back up. Squish. And open. One more time. Squish. And open. And release those arms. All right. Whew. We've got a few minutes, so let's end with some cardio. All right. So we're going to go ahead and move our hands and our legs together. Let's get that cardio up before we end the session. As soon as my toes hit the ground, they bounce back up. And now, as we move our arms, feel your core going side to side. This is really going to start to warm up as we push air in and out. The heart's going to beat a little faster. So my arms are swinging and my core is swinging with my arms. And let's pick up that pace just a little bit more. We've got about 10 more seconds. Let's pick it up just a little bit more. We've got 4 seconds left. And go ahead and bring it to a rest. Check in with your body. Notice if the heart is beating a little faster. Notice if your breath has become deeper, if it's become more shallow, if it's coming up into the chest. Draw that breath into your belly, soften the shoulders. Bring that heart rate back down. All right, let's do our jumping jacks. So you have a couple options. You can just do your feet in and out. You can do your arms, or you can do your arms and your feet together. We're going to do 30 jumping jacks. I'm going to go up. You have a couple options on how you move that body. All right. Okay. I'm going to do 30. I'm going to start picking up the pace at 15 though. So you do it at a pace that feels good for you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. Woo, good job. I like the way you did. You did. You did awesome.
Surprised me.
Notice if the heart's beating a little faster. Notice where your breath is going. If it's up in the high chest area, or if you're breathing in deeply. You want to practice these exercises, still drawing that breath down deep. You have a tendency to want to move up in the chest. We're opening up that chest and we're breathing in really shallow. Good job. All right, one more cardio move. And this one, we're not moving our arms, but the whole body is going to move because I'm going to bring my legs as far over as I can to one direction. And I'm going to carry them all the way across to the other side. And I'm going to do this for a count of 20. And as soon as those feet hit, they're going to bounce back. So the whole body is moving. So let's do this for 20. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, back to center. Whew, all right. Even though we're not using the arms, the whole core is moving, really raises that heart rate. Check your breath. Where is it moving? Is it going deep into the belly? If you feel that heart rate going up too fast, settle your body down. Push your feet into the earth, hands into your knees. Deep breath in. Nice. Let's just do a couple more stretches before we end. Go ahead and nice deep stretch here. And take that same leg, extend it out so you get nice and deep stretch across the side of the body. Push that palm up towards the ceiling. Push that heel towards the opposite wall. And pull it back in. Nice. Let's do the other side. Lean over. Extend that leg. Push up through the palm. Push through the heel. Feel that stretch all the way across the body. And pull it back in. I'm going to scoot back in my chair for this next move. Push your palms up towards the ceiling. Push your hips into the chair and lean back, pushing those palms up, let the head drop back. Feet into the earth, palms up towards the ceiling. And pull those hands back to your knees. Nice.